Good day, Wolverines, and thank you for joining me. Today's show is inspired and dedicated to all of the kids that are going back to school. Around my neighborhood, I see all of the children walking back. I know in some places they're being homeschooled or they're e-learning, but here where I live in my county, there are some kids returning back to school, and I have a high school nearby. And I was just out this morning and I saw a couple of them grouped up, and I just thought it might be nice to do a show dedicated to some of the young people because this is very trying time for them, just like it is for adults. They're looking to us and they realize that we're afraid and there's a lot of variables that we don't know that are floating around out there as well. So I thought to myself, it would be nice to kick a little game to the young people. So if you have anyone in your family that's a teenager or preteen or young person, it's very difficult out there now with social media, navigating this new world that they're living in, not being able to socialize in the way that they want, but still definitely finding ways to connect and socialize. And some of the same old school problems that exist for kids going through that transition still exist today. Friends and hormones and feelings of insecurity. So I just wanted to kick a little game to them, and maybe some of you can share this. And it's also good for a reminder for some adults. If any of you can benefit from this, that would be very good too. So this is basically a collection. I've been very grateful for the people in my life that have shared with me all of their experiences, and I have such a wonderful and diverse family. I come from a very strong family, very, very strong women and men. So a lot of this basically, though, is collected from some of the male influence in my life. And I think it's going to be great to share this, and hopefully it will help some of the young people and whoever else it reaches. If they're not numbered, I just want to go ahead and just start from the top. It's just the sentiment that I'm sharing. They're not in any particular order. Some of them I'll expound on. Some of them need no explanation. First one, young people out there, acquaintances are not your friends, okay? Acquaintances are just people that you know and see once in a while, but you really don't know anything about them, all right? So don't consider someone that you drink with every once in a while or you see with a friend of yours as a friend. You don't know them. So remember that. Don't brag about what you have in public, because when you brag about what you have in public, it can be dangerous for you because everyone doesn't have what you have, and there could be jealousy and envy around you that you don't know. So kind of keep what you have to yourself. It's no problem to be prideful of what you have if you worked for it or you earned it or you feel good about what you're wearing or you have, but don't go around bragging about it. It's not a good look. Someone may try to take it from you by force. Be aware of flattery. So this one is a little tricky for younger people because they crave attention, and even some older people, they crave compliments. But when someone is excessive with their compliments and flattering you all the time, beware of that kind of energy because usually they're full of BS, okay? And they're wanting to get something from you. It's usually the appetizer to a con game. So keep that in balance, not just people that are natural with it or, hey, that's a nice dress or, you're always, uplifting or say something like that. But most of the time when someone's constantly flattering you, it's that BS. Never allow someone to force you from a public place to a private place. This is one of my uncle's favorite. And my dad's favorite too. Just basically that means get down where they're mad at. So basically that's a street term, but in real terms, it means don't allow someone to force you into a trunk, force you into their car, force you back into a situation where you are leaving a place where you can be around others to a place where you'll be more isolated. So, again, I'm not a safety officer. I'm not someone who teaches, self-defense. But this is just straight from the street. It's best to fight where you are versus be taken to somewhere where you don't know where you are and nobody else will. Don't speak about what you don't know about. Okay. So that's very simple and plain. Doesn't require any explanation. It can be very dangerous for you to find yourself being in a situation where you've exaggerated something or you thought you heard something and then it gets back to someone that you don't want it to get back to. It's best that you just don't speak about and don't repeat any gossip that you hear because you're not sure if that gossip is correct. That saves a lot of trouble for you. Beware of friends that, again, this goes back to acquaintances aren't friends. Friends of friends, you really don't know them. So when you are at somewhere and you need a ride from somewhere, or you are, dealing with people out there, just be aware of who actually do you know. That's a big thing for young people. Who is it that is your friend? Do you know them or don't you know them? Don't trust intoxicated friends to watch your back. That's obvious. Use your mind. Don't lend what you can't afford to lose to impress. So don't buy the rounds of drinks or buy lunch for everyone or buy this or buy that, because at the end of the day, you're hurting yourself and you're trying to impress people that if they really liked you, you don't need to buy them anything. Don't waste your money on eating out or designer labels, especially in these days and times. Those things don't really mean a lot, basically, in the scheme of life now. You really have to save your money and be smart with your money, and that's what's important. You can still enjoy yourself, but eating out every day or just spending a lot of money just to impress people, that's not the way to go, because that's going to hurt you in the end. That's a bad habit to develop. And also jealousy isn't love. It's immaturity and usually a distraction so the controlling person can do whatever they want. Because here's the thing, people, and this is good for the young girls to remember. If someone's constantly controlling you, then you don't have time to look up and see what they're doing, because they're doing whatever they want to do because they have you under control. So the controlling person has the freedom. Think about that for a second. If you're in an abusive relationship and this person's always, telling you, they're jealous of you and trying to control you and, all of this energy because they want to know where you are and what you're doing, that means that you are on an agenda and they have complete freedom because you're not controlling them. You're not requiring the same of them. That doesn't make any damn sense. So remember that jealousy isn't love. It's immaturity and usually a distraction so the controlling person can maintain all the freedom. All right. So the next one, help loved ones when you can, but do not lend what you can't afford to lose. Again, that goes back to what I was saying before. You can try to help your family and friends, but don't overextend yourself where it hurts you. Keep a very good contact with the people that you love. Make sure they know where you are. Always tell the truth to someone. Make sure that if you leave the house or if you're going somewhere and maybe your parents don't know, make sure someone that you know and love, has your location. Most of you are pretty good about that, but in these days and times, there's a lot of deception out there. There's a lot of manipulation, so you want to be careful with that and always let someone know where you are. Don't compare yourselves to others. Be confident in who you are. There's going to be girls and guys that have more than you. There's going to be girls and guys that are viewed as better looking than you, and all of that. That's part of life. That's not your business. What's your business is to be who you are and be proud of that and to use the best talents that you have to express yourself. You can make the right decision, but you can't make the right decision when you're angry or depressed. So if you're depressed and if you're angry and you're sad, don't try to sort anything out, okay? Because you're not in the right frame of mind, all right? There's a lot of things that can be going on in your day, but don't try to make anything final. Don't try to come to determination until things have blown over and you can have more of a settled mind. And the last one I want to share with the young people is lust and attraction isn't love. When you have lust or you're attracted to someone, that's not love. That is a lower vibration than love. And I know that sometimes people feel this emotion and they feel, it's connected. And I'm not saying that love isn't a powerful thing that doesn't come through those things sometimes. But I see the younger people falling into that trap a lot where they think, okay, me and this person share dysfunction, or me and this person are so attracted to each other, or me and this person are just, connected, but it's mostly just lust. It takes a long time to get to know someone, develop a friendship, and then grow to trust them, and then love comes out of that. So I hope this show has helped anybody that, needs some advice or some of these things have touched them. I'm so glad I was able to share them with you. Again, they're a collection of some good advice that I've had over the years. I wish all of the students that are going back to school and e-learning the best in their education. We will get through this together. Thanks, Wolverines. Please like and share and subscribe if you've enjoyed my show.